What is going on, travelers, and welcome to Qanga Early Access Review. We're going to be going over some things playing offline, playing online, as well as how early access is this game. So far, picking a dedicated server, you can have PvP, PvE, or just straight up one or the other. We're going to go ahead and stick with PvE on this one, and we're going to go with USA server. Now, the game seems to be in really early access. Just jumping right in to play it was a bit of a surprise on how well things kind of look, depending on whether or not you have a, wow, we got rejected, didn't we? So, how early access is this? It's pretty early access. And I'm guessing depending on your internet connection, you may or may not have issues like the one I just had, or you may encounter a little bit of bugs, but that's always expected with an early access game. Wow, it's really not letting me play. I guess we're just gonna go into offline. I'm just a little surprised. I was just expecting to, go right into the game and then just spit out this review. Sorry, this is taking a while. Hey, that's a good sound. All right, now that we're finally into the game, unfortunately, we won't be doing the online portion. We'll just be doing offline. Generally, just like I came in, you'll wind up in a place like this that's pretty much a resemblance of what would be like Star Citizen, but kind of has its own thing. And I like that in this kind of game. I'm guessing when you get in, you won't be having too much storing. The reason why I'm saying guessing is because everyone has a different internet connection. I'd say if yours is above 50 kilobits per second, you're fine. If it's below that, I think you might struggle. But since we're outside, kind of seeing the scenery, you can get a look at the sun, the clouds. It looks good. It looks really good for it being in early access. Looking at the ground, this is kind of cool too. It looks like it just kind of rained, right? Oh, it's kind of awesome. Now, let's go ahead and dive into the ships, because I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to want to look forward to once you're playing this game. There are 3 types of ships that I've seen so far. We're looking at one outside right now. That is the Valkyria Passenger. That's one of the ships that we own that you can get for free in the game by following quests. So shopping wise, these are the 2 they're going to look for. The one on top, the Valkyria Passenger, is about 10,000 if you're just going to straight out buy it with the money you get in game, or you can get the Valkyria Explorer. I don't really see the difference between the two other than the prices. The price is just 25,000. The other one's just about 10,000. Now, initially, to get this for free, you're going to get a card exchanged from one of the missions. You go ahead and take that card exchange to the garage or one of these garages, and oh yeah, that was my fault. I shouldn't have parked it like that. Since it's back in there, anyway, you'll get one of those cards for free. Just gonna push it back out. Okay, no, it put it in the garage. Awesome. It does that automatically from time to time, but nothing to worry about. It'll be fine. Now, for the third... Oh, this is the refueling spot. Talk about that in a minute. Oh, it's on the other side, isn't it? Yep, it's on the other side. I went the wrong way. But since we're over here, let's go ahead and talk about the railways. The railways are awesome to travel with. I mean, we're talking about a multitude of places you can travel around the world just from taking the railways. All the red lines are spots where railways can go. And we're looking at places like the US, Europe, Asia, Australia, pretty much around the world where you can pretty much fly to and go to. Now, it's just not limited to Earth. You can travel to places like the moon, at least in online mode, you can travel to the moon. In offline mode, it doesn't seem like you can travel to... I'm sorry, the map is a little weird sometimes. You can travel here, you can travel on the outside of any one of these planets, but you can't land on them. Now, land on them, I mean like places like Mars. Generally, you're going to want to go to Mars when it's right there. But we can't land on it, we can't go onto it. We could pretty much just float in space, take a picture, and just fly away. It's still, like I said, in early access. Oh, here's one of the rails right now. So you hop in, and then the rail just kind of takes you to the next station. We're looking at, what, Dock A? So this one's going to Istanbul. So it'll take you all the way there. How long? I don't know. Never gone to Istanbul from here. Let me see. Where's the other docking station at? So you don't have to worry about getting a ship right away in the game. You can always just take the subway. The trolley, and it's fine. Now, the third ship, which is the biggest ship in game so far, which is the... Do I not own it? Oh, I guess I don't own it yet. Which is the Single Storm. I do own it in online mode, which is 250,000. And you're kind of wondering, how in the world do you make it in this kind of game if there's a few things in early access that aren't there? So pretty much, in order to get that amount of money, you're going to have to grind quite a bit. Right now, I see the only thing to do is pretty much scavenge for weapons, backpacks, anything of high value, you go ahead and sell towards the stations. Now, when you sell towards the stations, I can run around here. If you do want to get an idea of how big the ship actually is, I mean, you can see the landing pad. It covers the landing pad from here all the way down. It is a large ship. That is still in development, by the way. You're going to see a lot of space inside. There's about 2 seats, and there's probably like a cargo spot where you may or may not be able to fit a hover vehicle, which we will see in a little bit. But I say that's in development because there's not much really to see inside. It's kind of bare bones. So the dude to my left, you'll sit here, you click on him, and you get a contract dealer mission. Now, the money doesn't really seem like that much, but it starts to add up a little bit more than when you do it. You'll do that mission kind of the first time you get here. It's a very easy thing, knock 2 birds with 1 stone, and then kind of proceed on with those missions. The general mission is going to ask you to do take you out to a saline area so you can kill some salines. This guy is going to pay you to do it. So you take those 2 missions together. That way you make it that much faster for you to get the ship. You have a general medical area. This is just one of the many shops in here. You just pretty much get your medical stuff. I haven't had to use one so far. Oh my god, we have some stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about the trading system since we're here. So a lot of the body parts and everything that I killed from the salines, I can go ahead and put that in there. Can I put food? No, I cannot put food in here. So that's all that this place is going to ask for. What about that? Yeah, definitely about that. So all this together combined, even though you can see the value prices should be 470, we're only getting 352 because the shop is going to take a specific tax away from you, when you sell things. So we'll go ahead and take that. And that's generally what you could sell in the medical area. You can also pick some stuff up in here if you... Can we go to the back? I've never gone to the... Oh my god, I've never gone to the back before. Ooh, what is it? Wait, is that an eye? It is an eye, oh my god. Salines, man. Yeah, you can go in the area, search around a bit. I believe that's a zombie. Oh, there's another person working in here. Whoops. You can kind of search around, pick stuff up if you want to. Now, the other area, the bar, it's just a pretty... I don't even know how to describe it. A little bit of entertainment. It's supposed to look like a bar, but... not really much going on in terms of anything. You can kind of pick something up right about over here. Just some potato chips and just sell it. Potato chips. Sorry. Coming around, we're going to have the pawn shop right about here. There we go. Now you're looking at all these things of armor, things of backpacks, and stuff like that. Clothing, kind of like the same thing you see in Star Citizen, just one catch. When you do purchase clothing, all your clothing is pretty much backpacks, sunglasses, masks. You're actually going to need that for some areas. And helmets, things that come on top of your head, hats. That's pretty much it. And a bandana, and I guess the pumpkin helmet, if you're feeling a little holiday or if you're feeling a little festive. Other than that, what you can sell here is just backpacks. Pretty much everything that's listed here, you can go ahead and sell. Ooh, can I sell the axe here? No, I can't. I have to go up to the armory. Now, going up to the armory, let's see, was there a kiosk? Was there a computer kiosk here? No, I believe that's the only person you can sell it to. I don't think you can go in the back. No, you can't. So, the game will get there. It's not there yet, but it will get there. And the pawn shop. How could I forget about the pawn shop? And it's like the word says, all you have to do is just pretty much sell. Oh, I guess we can't sell food here either. We're going to have to go to the delivery spot and sell. I can sell that here too. Oh, it's a 10% tax. That's what's up. And you start to quickly see how much we're getting in total. I mean, the most value over here was the golden statue, but you just pretty much drop things off. It'll take. No, I don't want to take any food. Nope, I tried. We'll just take our 5,000 and leave. Pretty much that's what you want to do. You want to go ahead and wait. Can I go into? There we go. In third person, you're pretty much going to want the backpack, the helmet. In terms of armor, I don't think it does anything yet, because if you can look at the upper left, you'll see that there's no slots there, except when we go into the menu here. Oh, there's no chest, obviously. I would say that, and then I didn't see anything chest-wise to protect us, so maybe with different tiers, or maybe at the lowest tier, that might be a different issue. We could actually go buy one now since we have the money, so I can make this a point. The weapons are carried on your backpack. They do have melee weapons, which is newly implemented into the game, and it's not balanced as of yet. They all pretty much do the same damage. Let me go back to first person. Let's see, we're gonna get a low tier chest. Actually, I didn't see a chest in here earlier. No. Oh, right there. Nice. So once you get items like that, you're gonna go ahead and put it on. And there should be some clarification of, markers up there for armor, but there isn't. So I think that needs to be implemented for a little bit. Not even a little bit. No, it needs to be implemented into the game. That's gonna tell you how many hits you can or cannot take. Now, the last spot we come in here is to the delivery spot. Oh, yeah, we have a jetpack, by the way. On mouse and keyboard, you can hit the spacebar, and you take off. Now, what controls your stats and everything in game, because you do have stats going over the phases, you're going to pretty much max out all of these in order for you to shoot a little bit better, scan a little bit further, be able to repair yourself with a faster cooldown. And there's a drone in game. Now, about the drone in game, that's what happens when you go into third person. What you're generally looking at is me. Why do I have a present like between me? Anyway, this is pretty much a drone that you're looking from, and then when you go back, that drone goes back onto you, and then you're in your first person again. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, must have ran into a present or something. The last spot is a delivery spot. In a delivery spot, there is spots for storage. Oh, let me read that last part I just saw up there. Okay, all storages are synchronized worldwide, which means if there's something special you want to put in here, you just go ahead, drop it in. Once you drop it in, it is available at any one of the stations. Go back to Earth here. Whoop. Zoom back. Zoom back out. Any one of the stations. Oh my. Any one of the stations here on this planet, and I think wherever else it's served at, you can always get it. Even in space, the space stations, which we'll check out later on. It's not similar to Star Citizen, except for the fact that you would go in here, pick up something to deliver. You could actually pick a spot where you deliver it to. If I wanted to do that, pick up Colas, and then get the package for Colas, and then drop it off. I mean, you're already looking at specific prices and stuff like that over here, where you can just drop stuff off and keep making money that way. So there is a delivery job you can do in the game. That's one gameplay loop. And you can also scavenge. That's another gameplay loop. If you don't feel like doing those two things, you can go over into an infested station, kind of just pillage that. I still think that's just under the scavenging gameplay. So you're looking forward to those two kind of things. Now, you're also probably wondering, hey, what can we sell in here? Other than backpacks. Other than backpacks, you can sell food. Mind you, though, sorry, I keep stuttering. You're not going to be able to get a lot out of this because look at that tax. It's a 70% tax. Ouch. Ouch, man. That's 236 out of the 785 total. That tax is 549. That's insane. I'll take it anyway because I can't use it for food. Anywho, that is the tour of the entire place. I'm going to go to the parking garage. We go down to the parking garage. You're gonna notice that there's a spot where there's like a little bit of a hangar. Take a left here. You're gonna see this person to the left. Yeah, it's a nice little garage. Oh, those look like hover parts. Come over to the guy here at some point if you wanted to. I'm not saying. Oh, X Melrose arm pickup card. You can go ahead and get that for 10,000, but instead of doing that, you just come over here and just pretty much purchase it. The Melrose pickup is about 500. The Melrose Sport, which is what I have, I believe that one is about 10,000. There's a Melrose pickup armed. So you pretty much have a turret in the back of your truck or your hover truck for about 10 grand. That's pretty much what I have up at the moment. But what did you have? Because what you have isn't there. It's an X Melrose. Oh, it's the arm pickup card. Arm pickup card. My bad, you guys. Cannot read, obviously. But nah, that was this thing right here. You're either gonna spend 10 grand there or 10 grand here. I don't know if they're gonna change that later on. But let's go ahead and take the hover car out for a spin just to show you how well it works within game. Yeah. Hold on, there you go. Also, you can customize the colors of your vehicles. By vehicles, I just mean the ships so far. That may be implemented later on down the line in order for you to customize your car. I initially want to change mine to black, but that'll be in the future. Other than that, you can color your ship however you want. Not bad, not bad. If I was a car enthusiast, I go over all of the hovercraft features and how low it sits, how fast it can go, but you can always go in the first person. You're gonna turn it on by using R. It's actually gonna show you the speed, kilometers an hour. I'm sorry, I was gonna say miles per hour. Wrong measurement. And you're able to just go forward and back and then turn. You're not able to strafe left and right because we are a hover vehicle. If you want to, go into third person so you can get a better view of your driving and then take off. If you do want your lights, go ahead and push L. Sometimes it's T, sometimes it's L. You gotta try one or the other. It's nighttime. So we're gonna stay close by so that way we got some lighting going on, but at night it is not that bad. I believe you can also ping from any vehicle that you're in, as well as you being out of the vehicle, and things will show up on the map in order for you to see. Like, you can see that abandoned base right over there. You can see the location right over there. It's about 10 kilometers out, but we're not gonna do that right now, even though that's one of the things you can do in the ship, because it's a little faster in the ship than it is in the hover vehicle trying to go out that far. But this drives pretty smooth, not gonna lie. Kind of bring it back up there. For what I've seen so far, we can get to a city called Yellowwall. There's buses, there's ordinary cars, there's hover cycles that you could just take and just ride all over the city. It's like free ride. Now, you do lose gas in this game. And in order for you to get more gas, you go to these little gas stations and they do take money. Hold on, let me back in. I should just turned in. Oh, okay, well, that's not gonna work. Let's try that again. All right, squeeze on in there. Yeah, there we go. And if you are refueling, a refuel icon will come up and you'll see like little stats taken off from your money. Like maybe $1 to $10, I can't remember. And you'll just be going on your way. So you do need money. If you plan on having a vehicle in this game, you are going to need money for gas. Or just use the railway. And then these things come right back to the garage. If you die, it comes back to the garage. If you're stuck somewhere else, it comes back to the garage. No problem with that. Turn it off with R. And that's your vehicle. Unless you choose to get the armored one, then you got to let me know how that one is, because I don't see the things you can shoot at other than sailing. So now we had our bottom tour. Let's go back up, and we're about to head into space. But before we get into space, let me go ahead and show you that bunker. You do want to highlight a location, like it says right there, set active right there by pushing the middle mouse button. So hopefully it'll be daytime by the time we go out, and we can kind of search without it being too dark, or else we're going to have to wait a bit. Now, it is their Christmas update. I don't know how long this is going to last. Like, oh my god, that present's still there. You just pretty much pick up the presents, and you actually get stuff like helmets, backpacks, ammo, chest armor, and keep grabbing them, and that's pretty much what you're getting most of the time. It's giving you nice gifts. I think I was able to get maybe 1 or 2 combat weapons one time. It's all RNG, really. So we're looking at a tier 2 or tier 1 chest, and that's a, what is it, tier 2 backpack? Yeah, another tier 2 backpack, but they're not the best ones. The best ones in game so far are the commando packs, or the camo packs, since they carry about 64 slots, which means you can fill this whole thing up. But I do think you have to watch your weight. What do we get? Nash assault rifle, that's what's up. And then that sniper rifle. You can see the values and everything, how much they are. They're pretty lucrative once you start selling them one by one. But we'll go ahead and sell those another time. But we haven't gone up to the ammo area yet, have we? Let's go ahead and check out that first before we take off. Whoops. So in order for you to refill your health, what you're going to do is I think you're going to press Z, if you can see at the bottom there, and that's your little menu to know what it does. Let's see. Is that Alt? Alt V as you use the third-person camera, but you can look freely. L, on the other hand, is light, like we mentioned earlier. H is for scan. Z is for heal. M is for the map. And N is for your mini-map. So you notice there's no mini-map right now. If I press N, there's the mini-map. If you don't want the mini-map there, boom, it's gone. Have a nice little combo there. Alright, dude. So this is the ammo area. Pretty much we're going to get your weapons. These are a good portion of the melee weapons. They're not all there. Some of the weapons I did find out in the wilderness, like the axes. But this one, on the other hand, your baseball bat, there is a katana in game. That's what's up. And a stun baton. But pretty much the things you don't need. Okay, no, I can't. Okay, the helmet's got to be sold at the clothing store. But for here, on the other hand, do we have any grenade? Yeah, we have. Oh, we have rockets. That's what's up. So this is just a national. Oh, assault rifle. Oh, no, I want to keep that. I can't sell out here. So I have nothing to sell here, since I pretty much want to keep everything. Well, maybe the rockets. I don't have a rocket. I have a sniper. Wait, maybe it's on my person. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it is. I pretty much need all the weaponry here. And this leads up to the highest part of the tower, where you're going to use your scanner at the first part of the game, and no issues there. Pretty much just easy, very easy quest to do, just to kind of get you to know the game a little bit before you start roaming out. Now, in order for you to navigate, it's going to pretty much just bring up navigation at that point. If you are going to navigate, pretty much use your map. Or if you know the location in front of you, where did it go? Oh no, let's go back outside. Where'd it go? Let's see, check the mini map. Well, it's gone. I think that was a bug. The location is now gone, so we'll have to find another one. Or we could just go straight to space. Either way. Go ahead and take out the ship. And this is what I meant earlier by customizing the colors. You go to out, fuselage, you can look for flat, and it'll give you a nice flat black or rough. And get that like 2-color thing going on. You can go inside the cabin, you can go flat, or you can go rough. It all depends on you. That's pretty much the customization that you can do for your ship in terms of colors. Is their module I can't look up. Hold on a sec. There we go. The garage. Leave it. There we go. I had to get out of that mode real quick. So, what was it? Oh, components. No, you cannot change components yet in this game. I don't know if that's going to be a dev decision or not. All I pretty much know is the devs do have a big update coming in a couple of months. So be on the lookout for that once they have their big update. What's gonna be on the big update? I don't know. They haven't told me that. What happened to my ship? Waiting on that. I kind of wish we had the bigger ship. Oh! Let me see if it'll... Okay, no, it just took it. There we go. That's my ship. Now, there's two ways you can enter the ship. You can enter the ship through the top. Just get my jetpack on here real quick. Yeah, there probably should be a ladder to go over here, but you pretty much just enter here, or if you want, come through the back. Where's the thing at? There we go. You can pretty much just come in from the back rather than going through the front. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Titan. I forget which model, or I forget which manufacturer it is, but when you come into the Titan, it kind of resembles it a little bit, but it has its own style here a little bit. There is some storage that you can go ahead and put in your ship. That's about 10 slots. Hey, what is that? Oh, it's another sniper with some ammo. Not to mention there's a second passenger that can sit in here. In the Titan on Star Citizen, there isn't another seat for a passenger to sit in the Titan. You're pretty much just in the back. Or you're a bounty hunter and you're pretty much locked in the back in a cell before you're giving up. Let's go ahead and take this for a spin. Alright, in order to turn the ship on, it's the same thing as the hovercraft. Turn it on with R. And you can pretty much look at all your interfaces. You're going to do that by pressing left Alt. And then looking around, you can see your target status right there, how fast you're going there, how fast you're going there. And I can't zoom in to see what the... See, that's kind of give you an idea of what all the controls do, even though to the right of you, you can see the list of controls that are going to show, that are going to tell you, okay, you can fly using all of this. Whoops. Let me go ahead and lock that back in. Alright, we're locked back in. Let's go ahead and take off. Once we take off, you're going to use spacebar to lift. You saw me bump a little bit because we were under that hangar. A little bit of a low bridge there. And now we're going to go ahead and fly out a little bit. We're in stationary mode. So if you're able to press T and have your hand on W to have you move forward, you get a little notification that you are now in normal mode and you'll start to fly a bit faster. If you're in stationary, you'll only go, I think, less than 200 kilometers an hour. So you make sure you make that switch. Now with this, we can just go ahead and we just scanned. I'm kind of just waiting for an area to turn up. Right there. If you do want some nice screenshot pictures, you're able to, once again, go into this view and you can use, what is it, cruise control, which is B. I'm going to turn that all the way up just a little bit so we can slow down. Now the ship go by itself. I think we're approaching. Now we are approaching. So I wanted to say that you can, there we go. Pretty much just come here and to third person, pretty much just look at, whoops. There we go, look around the ship and take wonderful pictures if you need to, or get some awesome shots. Now getting rid of the HUD on the other hand, I don't see any button that can do that, unfortunately. So if you are going to take pictures, more than likely you're going to have the interface there with you. See, there should be a way to hide it. No, I don't see one. Let's go ahead and land and check out this area real quick. So moving back into position, if you want to lock the camera, go ahead and push Alt. And your camera is locked in, so when you move your mouse, you're going to move the ship. Now let's go ahead and land. You're going to land with your landing gear by pushing C. And your landing gear comes out. And you're going to lower yourself with control, left control. Hold on a minute. Before we do that, let's get a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Maybe we can land this on top. Right Right about here. Yeah, bring it back a little bit. Nice. Now, since we're still in the ship, we can turn it off. It doesn't have to be on when we do this, but we can open the back by pressing O. So if you want that much deeper immersion, you don't necessarily have to go into third person. You just go into third person to see whether or not you're landing correctly, and then go back to first person and open the ship. Out of the seat. Now we head up and back out and down. Now we're kind of looking for things to scavenge in places like these. Keeping your eye out, you're pretty much just scanning all over the place, and you'll see little items like little boxes right there, and they'll tell you, oh, there's an item nearby. It won't tell you what item, it'll just tell you there's an item nearby. And sometimes there's like little Sanglines running around, so you'll have to kill them. I guess we can't loot that. And there'll be little things like, what is it? I saw the label for a second. Okay, a little canister of some substance. And over here, this bottle of wine is actually worth something. About 500. Not bad though, it's not bad, it's good to sell. Other than that, you'll be doing that if you want to go ahead and have that as your gameplay. What was that? Now we're going to take our ship and go to space. If I can hopefully reach around the ship here for a moment. There's no reason for me to go around, even though I can open the top. Pop myself back in. Go take off. Coming straight up. Landing gears up. Go forward. Press T. Take you out of normal mode. For all of you ship enthusiasts out there. And yes, the ship does. Let me go ahead and crank this all the way up under max. And then set the speed by pressing B. So that way it's on autopilot. AKA cruise control. But if you're wondering whether or not that this ship is arcadey or is it 6 degrees of freedom, it is 6 degrees of freedom, which means you strafe up, strafe down, strafe left, strafe right, twist to y'all left, twist to y'all right, as well as, oh wait, I can't do it. There you go, roll. You roll left and roll right. We keep the altitude here. Your altitude for getting into space before you can actually warp anywhere is about 50 or is it 40? I believe it's 50,000 for the altitude in order for you to get out of a planet. Excuse me, and you're able to just fly in space. Now, like I said, online, you're able to go to one place, actually. Not a planet, but a moon. You're able to go to Earth's moon, land and touch down, and then kind of walk around a bit. I did have it on stream a couple of streams ago for Qanga, but it didn't pan out well. We got outside, we walked around a little bit, that was fun, but every time I kept getting to the ship, there was an issue with, there was a graphical issue that had come up, but other than that, it's pretty understandable because the team is working on that, and that's not an issue. You do get XP if you walk around. You get XP from doing missions, you get XP from going into combat with an enemy. You pretty much get XP from almost everything you do. Almost, not quite yet. And the phases are really easy to max out. Every time there's an increased number in which you're going to have to go to in order for you to max everything out in phases. Which will come pretty fast if you're pretty dedicated and grinding into the game. So I'd say the gameplay would be about 3 to 6 hours for you. 3 to 6 hours. It all depends on whether or not you're in here with friends playing, and then you guys are stocking yourselves up on specific weapons, specific backpacks, and you're coming out into these infested areas, and then killing the saline, getting your haul from there, selling it at another station, coming back and do the same thing. That could be your game loop. Now, there's supposed to be pirates also here. I haven't seen any pirates since the last time we went to a pirate tower. So I'm wondering if that's going to be in the mix too. So far, your only combat is with those alien monsters and then maybe some zombies. I believe we are now out in space. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we can warp. I'm looking in the right direction. Is that the sun? I guess we can. It says warp Earth. If you do want to warp to somewhere, all you have to do is press U, like over the bars, and then you'll instantly warp there. It's going to take you some time to do it. We're going to go ahead and stick towards the moon. Right over there. Go ahead and aim up, press U. And you warp. And it's pretty quick. You also got to brake for a second, because some things need to render in, like the space station that's going to pop up in front of us here in a moment. Okay, I guess it's not there. But if you don't watch out for it sometimes, if the rendering doesn't come in, you're going to crash into it, be back on Earth again. But you'll still be able to get your ship. You don't have to recall it or anything. You don't have to wait for a repair time. You just immediately go to it. Did we just bypass the warp gate? I think we did. Yeah, maybe we did bypass it. I don't see it anywhere. Where's it? It's right there. And here's what I mean about going to it. So where about putting in any effort to get to it, and you'll notice, oh, that one actually, no, we're going there. Technically, we could warp to get there a little bit faster, but I'm afraid to do that because of what happened last time. We ended up going into the planet. I died, and my stuff was stuck up here. Just to be safe, if you don't want to lose any of your stuff, here's what you do. Oh my god, I thought we... This is why I'm afraid to get out of the ship when we're flying. I think I might fly out. Go ahead and put those valuable items in here. That way when the ship crashes, you'll be able to recover it. As we're getting there. Let's see it for science. It should stop when we're right in front of the planet, but... There's the warp gate. Okay, we weren't close enough yet. So if we come out of here, you'll notice that there is a station right here. And usually there's another ship. Ooh, hold on there. There we go. Stationary mode. Getting a little panicky there because that happens a little too much. Usually there's another ship that comes in as a passenger ship, which we can't obtain in game yet. Picks people up and then takes off. I think if you're at the right spot, it picks you up. Like I think it's Yellow Claw. You go to Yellow Claw and I think it takes you up here. Let's see, are we good? We're dandy. And as you can see there, the fuel, it starts depleting from your account as long as you have it on here in the refill pad, and it stopped because we're full. Go ahead and turn it off and hop out. Nice. I haven't done that in game yet. Now, also, is there EVA? Yes, there is. There is EVA. It's just starting out in this iteration, so I'm thinking the devs are going to do a lot more to this so you can kind of get that flowy feeling, especially with the momentum going forward. If I come out here and push that way, nope, immediately stop. If I go this way, immediately stop. But it is fun doing this game, especially when your, I don't know, your ship blew up during an error or something happened, your stuff is stuck in space, you can just jump out, float out to it, and grab it. Now, the stations, on the other hand, I do like the fact that they have the airlocks going, where you could just walk in, push the button, the other one opens, the other one stays closed because of air pressure. You walk in, and it's not hustling and bustling just yet. That's a big clock. You can come over here and sell stuff. right upstairs and at the little market area, but everything is overpriced. So another thing that could be implemented in game is, I don't know, cheaper prices or more expensive stuff to find out in space, so that way they don't get taxed too much. Come over here, our favorite area, the delivery area, we're about 50%. Don't necessarily sell anything there. We go over to the armory. We go to this guy, 50% tax. 50% tax. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? I mean, you can go to them. Pretty much the same things we can buy on Earth, we can buy up here. Nothing odd about that. Oh, there is a grenade here. There in some places on Earth you can buy grenades. Some places you can't. But you can see they do have a different variety of weapons up here than they do on Earth. You have to really go searching and find where that area is at in order for you to best bang for your buck, especially which armor and weapons you can find. So we're gonna head back down out of here, and we could try to go to the moon. I could try to show you that. You can approach the planets, take pictures, but I don't think you can actually land on it. But we'll go ahead and see. If not, we're gonna make the flight back to Earth. Are we in this one? Are we in that one? That one. I have no... Oh, wait, is that the icon? Usually there'll be a ship icon for you to see, so that lets you know, oh, I'm heading towards my ship. There it is. Yeah, I was right. Okay, hopping back onto the ship. Oh yeah, that's right. We're in space. Let me historical. Oh, the top is closed. There we go. Okay. There. And then is that open? No, that's not open. Let's go. So not too much traffic here, but it is what it is. I know you can barely see it because we're on the dark side of the moon. But let me see if I can put it this way. And here comes the sun. Perfect timing. Let me see if I can go ahead and get us at least sort of close, but not too close. If I do this. Let's see. It's, oh, there we go. And it looks like... Whoops. It looks like there is a surface you can kind of see there, but we're getting closer. Nice. Maybe that's the key. You have to warp over instead of you free flying. We were able to do this once now. This is kind of awesome. All right, going to set down the landing gear. So we're pretty much on flat terrain. Oh yeah, it won't let me take out the landing gear unless we're in stationary mode, going a bit slower. And then 2, landing gear comes out. Too high speed for landing gear. Yeah, I guess once you have your spot, go ahead and take it out. And then start to descend. And touchdown. Alright, looks like we're good. We're gonna go ahead and open the back and then just off the ship. Do a little bouncy. And we're coming right out. You can just come straight out into space. It's no problem. You're not gonna die or anything. Your body's pretty much able to take any hazardous environment since you're a cyborg. And then go ahead and run a ping. It's kind of cool that you can run a ping and not hear anything because that's what you would experience in real space. So I do love that feature. And that's kind of cool. It's like they got the gravity really good too. You can hop. There's a little bit of hang time. And down. This is nice. So any flora and fauna that we should be aware of, like other alien planets and whatnot? And my answer is no. The saline are the only ones you kind of see. There are big ones. There's mostly little ones. There's zombie variants, like people and salines combined, but nothing out of the ordinary. I think that may be something implemented later on down the road. But other than that, I don't see any abandoned places nearby. Oh, right there. There it is, not too far away from us. We're going to head it back to the ship and set our way over there. And you're just coming out here and doing your thing. Now, let's kind of get away from there just a little bit because I'm kind of seeing through the terrain. All right. Landing gears out. And coming down. So you do get a bit of an experience when you're out here in space, going to different worlds. And I'll leave you guys to... Oh, okay, we do have solid ground. To go ahead and check out Mars in this instance rather than me spoiling it for you. Okay, well, let's build menu. Oh my god, we gotta talk about the build menu. Nice. I wonder if we're gonna scan things like this in the future, like HABs, everything. That would be a pretty good idea. But overall, let's go ahead and talk about the build menu. Oh, I forgot one room. Okay, nothing going on in here, just pretty much abandoned. Is there another room? I'm like, what else was in here? Can I slip out of one of the cracks here? There we go. Okay, so there is a building feature in game in which I think you're limited to specific things. In order for you to build, you need to put down a computer, just kind of the same way you do in No Man's Sky. In order for you to do that, you push E. You're going to need to also pose a builder, so you also push N. That's your builder. Plop that right there. Or at least on a flatter surface than what I chose. After that, you can push E. There we go. There's the ceiling parts and everything. So once you have your base computer down, you would go to the build menu using caps. And then you can have your ceiling stuff, your wall stuff. There's two different versions of it and how big you want to build your base. There's pillars that you can use. There's stairs that you can use. Specific doors. There's specific doorways, I believe, when we looked at the wall. Even there's nothing for windows yet. I don't know why there's no glass for the windows, but I think that's coming soon. Pillars, star, or stairs. I'm sorry, star. There's a doorway and then a door that you can put in there. There should be another one attached to a wall. There's lighting that you can use, different kinds of lighting, storage, a station matter, which is pretty much a landing pad where you can refuel, and I believe you do get charged on it. I don't know you. The last time I played, I landed on it. And I believe it refueled it, but I don't believe I was charged. I have to go back and watch one of the live streams in order for me to find out. But you're able to do all that with the build menu. Unfortunately, you didn't get to see how a base was built because I think we're too close to this POI. But other than that, that is Qanga in a nutshell and how far they've been with early access so far. So if you do want to explore Earth, I encourage you to explore Earth, explore the galaxy, go make a base on Mars, or go make a space on the moon if you want to. Thank you everyone for watching and for this review of Qanga. Go beyond.
Traveler.